The true face of smoking is disease, death, and horror, not the glamour and sophistication the pushers in the tobacco industry try to portray. I learned it early to drink beer, wine, and whiskey, and I think I was about 5 when I first chewed tobacco. I have been up to see the Congress, and they do not seem to be able to do anything except to eat peanuts and chew tobacco, while my army is starving. Organic farming and other earlier methods can be effective, provided they can help us improve soil health and plant health. Plant pesticides like neem and tobacco need to be promoted. Never slap a man who chews tobacco. Those who use tobacco, tea, and coffee should lay these idols aside and put their cost into the treasury of the Lord. Tobacco is the only industry that produces products to make huge profits and at the same time damage the health and kill their consumers. Tobacco exports should be expanded aggressively because Americans are smoking less. I wish we could do something useful with tobacco, like making fertilizer out of it. My grandparents back in Kentucky owned a tobacco farm. So, to make money in the summer, we could cut and chop and top and house and strip the tobacco. For thy sake, tobacco, I would do anything but die. Under the pressure of the cares and sorrows of our mortal condition, men have at all times, and in all countries, called in some physical aid to their moral consolations: wine, beer, opium, brandy, or tobacco. But there is no withdrawal. But with tobacco, there is terrible withdrawal. It is almost impossible for a lot of people. I went cold turkey. They never had any patches in those days, but grass was not difficult, alcohol not difficult, but tobacco, oh my God. Because tobacco is responsible for an impressive 1/3 of cancers, prevention efforts naturally begin with it. Meat consumption is just as dangerous to public health as tobacco use. It's time we looked into holding the meat producers and fast food outlets legally accountable. The animals that depend on instinct have an inherent knowledge of the laws of economics and of how to apply them. Man, with his powers of reason, has reduced economics to the level of a farce which is at once funnier and more tragic than Tobacco Road. Tobacco companies are legally operating entities in Australia. If the government thinks that they should not make donations to political parties, well, then they should ban them operating as legally structured entities in Australia. Every time I come to the States, I wish people would react to war like they react to tobacco, for example. Because war really kills in a second lots of people, thousands of people. If you go out in the country, spend a lot of time on decaying farms, and you see a lot of crumbling tobacco farms, and wandering the woods, there's something beneath the surface. There's something older, more sinister. No matter what Aristotle and the philosophers say, nothing is equal to tobacco. It's the passion of the well-bred, and he who lives without tobacco lives a life not worth living. Many even contract the dirty, filthy habit of chewing tobacco, and when the habit gets a good hold upon them, they are never satisfied except when they have a wad of the stuff in their mouth. So with drinking, it is largely a habit. I always try to tell a good story, one with a compelling plot that will keep the pages turning. That is my first and primary goal. Sometimes I can tackle an issue: homelessness, tobacco litigation, insurance fraud, the death penalty, and wrap a good story around it. I like kind of natural, woodsy earth tones. I like patchouli I like tobacco. I like sandalwood. I like tree resin. I'm not a huge fan of citrus. I like things that are kind of moodier and more deeper bass notes. In the 1940s, cigarettes would be shown in classy situations, endorsed by celebrities' real-list Hollywood stars. In America, the ads would make claims about tobacco quality or manufacturing science, and bizarrely, some brands had what almost amounted to health claims. I have quit chewing tobacco and don't touch any lager beer, and I don't speak to the girls at all. I am getting to be a perfect hermit. My fiddle, my dog, and my gun I almost worship. If you're liking our content, please subscribe to channel and press bell notification button so you will never miss any upcoming videos on our channel. Thanks for watching.